So good evening, everyone. Welcome to Be Agile Scrum training track and last day of Agile Scrum and is a transition to BA day one. And even after BA will be done, we will transition soon into Agile Scrum. So before we begin, let me welcome you all once again. Welcome to Be Agile Scrum day five. Sorry, week one. Week five and day one uh, of this track. Let me start sharing my screen. And as you all know, that we start our day with one very important question that why are we all here? So the very important question and the answer is common, and that is to get placed. So do you all agree with this? We are here to get placed.
Yes,
Okay,
Yes.
thank you
yes.
so much, Atar, and thank you so much, everyone who are agreeing with this answer. And meanwhile, what I am going to do is that, Anthasar, could you please rename yourself? So otherwise, I'll end up calling your name as iPhone. So that will be great. So kindly do that. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I tried
Thank.
to rename it, but it doesn't give me this
No.
icon. I don't know
Try
why.
try it now. Try it now. Now you will be able to do that. Okay. I gave you the permission. So let me share the screen with you all. And as we know that objective is to get placed, and when there is a goal, there are distraction on the way. And to protect away yourself from those distraction, we have created which is called as code of honor. Okay. And I believe and hope that everyone can see the screen. Could you please confirm if you can see the screen, please?
We
Yes.
can
Yes.
It's
see.
loading. It's loading.
It's loading. All right. We'll wait for it to get loaded completely. Let me know once you can see the screen, please. Yeah,
Now we see
We
the
can
code
see
of
it now.
honor.
cool. So the very first one is showing up live. Okay. What do we mean by showing up live? Showing up live means we simply follow certain rules. Why? Because by following them, we find that we can reflect it when we get placed and once we are already into corporate of IT. Okay. And what are those? Those are nothing but the moment the classes are getting started, try to be here on time, try to attend all this live session, and try to um, you know try to be highly committed. Why? Because how we do anything is how we do how we do anything is how we do everything, is that's the universal law. So somehow I'm finding my system is little slow. I don't know whether you are experiencing the slowness in loading. So yeah, that's number one. Number two is another code of honor to which we all need to agree, is that being the full stack student. Now, what do we mean by full stack student? Full stack student does mean that you don't have to be student. Why? Because you were student already in the school time. Now, because you are starting with the guru schools, and very first pillar is get into instructor-led free training. So training will remain the same as school? No, not at all. All right. So how it will be? It requires your sincerity, your genuine effort as well, which should demonstrate that you need to get placed. Okay. And for that, you need to be full stack student. What does it mean? It means that you need to do these following things. Do all the assignments when you are asked to do. Appreciate and the sir puts some effort. But again, I would request you, the main core purpose behind doing all the assignments at the end is that you need to get trained in a way that you can get recruited. And one of the assignments are summarizing the thing. And when you will summarize where what you are summarizing, that is not represented, and who is summarizing is not presented, So the purpose is dissolved. So that's the reason doing all the assignment and following it with the self research is very important. And why I'm saying so, because everything might not be covered just within 4 weeks or 6 weeks. So it requires your effort as well. Okay, you may come up with new question and new insight and new authenticity on that subject as well. So that's the reason this part is very important, self research. When you are asking for the certification, okay, I give you the name of one of the name of the certificate. Then from where you can do that, what all is required, definitely I'm going to answer that. But again, you can also go ahead and Google it out, okay, and you can get extra information from there. All right. But when we start Agile Scrum track for certification, very first day or in second day, we cover that what all the certifications are available. Okay, either you can wait or you can Google. So that is one important thing. Third thing is what, repeat what you have learned. It is very very important. Why you need to repeat, and why you need to repeat in a specified term? Because there is a way where you need to strengthen your dendrite connection inside your brain to retain more memory. Okay, and how do you do that? By following certain rules which we share during fifth code of honor. So this is to be the full stack student, which will keep you very very laser focused on this path, so that you can have more learning from what you are already learning. So that is the second code of honor, that is be full stack student. Third one is taking the full responsibility. Now, when you become the full stack student, you follow everything, you are going to simply attract the success. But what will happen when you don't follow this? You might get deviated from your target, okay, and you will attract failure. And when there is a sense of awareness that you are not doing certain things, and that's the reason you are attracting failure, you just announce that I'm going to correct it, and this failure become the trail for the success itself. When you really correct it, okay, and when you show up with all these second code of honor. So that's how taking full responsibility as a code of honor will help you to get focused and get you ahead towards getting placed. The fourth one is, on this journey this is not so easy until unless your mindset is robust. And what all kind of mindset you must inculcate on this path? Having a learning mindset will keep you moving, and having positive mindset will get you moving continuously. And when you are on this path, go complaint free. That is recommended. With the complaint free mindset, you will discover more answer, more questions, and more ways to do whatever you want to do. And when this all start happening, you are recommended to load yourself with gratitude, so that you can attract more of that to be thankful for. So that's the reason wearing these four hats when it comes to mindset is quite mandatory and quite important and recommended. And while this is all happening, how it can happen to have such kind of mindset? Definitely it can happen. How? When you will start your day with the increased receptivity. And how can you start your that increased receptivity? For that, I have shared with you one audio track of Stranger Secret. There the speaker talks about, completing 30 days assignment. Everyone is recommended to follow that, and you say the result rolling on snap every single day. So, and this is another yardstick to define whether how much positive you are towards get going. Why you need to be positive? Why we are focusing on? Because in Agile, Scrum Master is a role which we call it as a servant leader, and he has to remain that highly positive. Okay, so agility is nothing. It is just a circle and triangle inside agility sits in, and that is about your soft skill, your mindset, and your consistency. Okay, your mindset, your skill set, as well as your soft skills. So all these three are the border, are the protection part of agility. That's the reason we are focusing over here. So start this with the audio track. Because audio track is tampered, that's the reason you will find this audio track when you ask, then only I share it, otherwise I don't. it has been reproduced in different voice, that's mine. And how you need to complete it every single day, when you start your day with your jogging and walking or any other activity, you can put it into 2x mode. The 40 minutes long audio you can finish just within 20 minutes. And remember to follow when you start your deep learning, by following the golden quadrant of learning. How do you do that? And follow everywhere, whether you are here or not. But remember to follow these 4 steps. Start any deep learning with the declaration with the anchor. Why you need to declare with the anchor? Because your thoughts are just like a ship in ocean. Okay, your focus is just like a ship in ocean of thoughts. Okay, if there is no captain, and at night it's there is it is in the age and without anchor, what may happen, it may wander here and there and may get lost in the ocean of thoughts the ship is. And that's the reason you need to put an anchor so that it can remain focused, standing tall. And for that, what kind of anchor we provide? This anchor comes with one of the NLP technique. And here the NLP technique is nothing but for your thoughts to create the focus is a self-help, self-clap. That it means a self-hi-fi. So self-hi-fi, and then get into the deep learning, and then draw whatever you learned is very, very important, guys. Okay, draw with pencil within 24 hours. And the moment you draw it, and when you are summarizing it, summarize in a very simple manner so that even 5 years old can understand that. So while you are summarizing, you need to hold that piece of paper and you need to tell, hey, this is what I'm going to summarize. Okay, and this is how you are attracting the focus of audience towards you, that what you are summarizing. And face mirror, face camera, okay, face the lens, and tell what all the topics you have covered in your drawing, and then summarize that. That will continue to leave the high level of your authenticity, and that will give you more momentum and more what do you call, uh, just a second. Okay, so that will give you more momentum and more confidence to get placed. Okay, all right. So are you all ready now? Have you understood the importance of declaration with anchor? And everyone is ready for the anchor then?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. So at the count of 3 together, what we are going to do is this. We are going to give a self high five like this as a clap, and then repeat after me whatever is selected over here. So ready? At the count of 3, we are going to clap 1, 2, 3 and clap, and repeat with me. And this is very important. When you lose this clap, guys, when you lose this clap, what is going to happen? Then the anchor is missing. So anchor is very important. I gave you the example of ship, right? So again, once again, at the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, and clap, and repeat now. I am a quick learner.
I'm a quick
I'm a
learner.
quick learner.
What others can learn and master,
What
What
others
others
can
can
learn
learn
and
and
master,
master,
I too can do that.
I too
I
can.
can do that.
And once again, self clap. 1, 2, 3, and clap. Because I am an awesome learner,
Because
Because
I'm an
I'm an
awesome
awesome
learner.
learner,
today's learning is going to be
Today's learning
today's
is
learning
going
is
to
going to be
super duper easy to me.
super
super
duper.
duper easy to me.
And thank you. Yes, it is going to be, because just now you declared with the anchor, and that's why it is going to be so powerful. And now remember, while you are doing all these things to start earning, I would suggest you on this path of learning and earning, be a giver. When you start giving ego away, then only you can expand the horizon of your learning and receptivity, and that keeps you more spiritually grounded. And when you sense that, you are recommended and requested to start doing charity, that is giving away what you have earned out of. Okay, and how much you must to give away? At least 5% or 10% of earning, your earning, so that when you give, you grow, and when you receive, you may survive. And I'm sure here no one is for survival, everyone is for growth. So start continuously giving away what you have earned, from 5% to 10%. not just to continue to grow, but also to inspire others. Okay, so that major contribution comes for the needy ones in the society, and you can do charity for anywhere, wherever you believe in any of the causes. It can be donation toward the temple, mosque, church, wherever you wish to, or feed into hungry, help into orphanage or old age home, anywhere you wish to. All right. And while you are doing so, remember to appreciate what you are doing. Remember to appreciate what others are doing for you, and even what does not happen to you, because every single step is preparing you for the next step. So start appreciating that. And another associated universal law says that what you appreciates you back, and that's the reason you are encouraged, and you are asked to appreciate that. So on this note, let's get into deep dive towards the learning. Okay, so what we were learning, do anyone remember where we were left off?
We stopped on the epic, the
Okay.
user stories, tasks, and activity, and we talk about the product owner. He is responsible for the statement, the vision of the product. Then the developers and all the team responsible for user stories, tasks, and activity.
That's wonderful. Can we have a round of applause for Antasar? This is very, very good. Remember, what you appreciate appreciates you back. We can have a round of applause. Thank you so much, Antasar, for sharing that. Yes, you were right. We were over here. So do you all remember now? Can you see all the screen? I know that it's loading, but now it might have loaded. Can you see all the screen, guys?
Yes.
Okay, so this is where we were left off. So we understood that how vision, roadmap, release, iteration, and daily stand-ups are planned, how the roles and personas are first attracted by the product owner and created a team, and then everyone follows statement of work received from client, and then that is converted into smaller goals that we call it as a features or epics. Then it is broken down further into user stories, and then into task, and then is activities, and at the end we follow acceptance criteria that defines the task is done. Okay, so on this note, let me move further to the next slide, and let's talk about vision, simplest way to capture. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to reshare my screen and bring this slide into presentation mode. So let it appear, presentation mode, guys. Okay, so has it appeared to you in presentation mode?
Yeah, I think so.
Mhm. All right, thank you so much for the confirmation. So understand, this is also called as a 5 levels of agile planning, where at the end and at the center, it is always about daily planning. Okay, and you move further when you understand the iteration planning. Okay, so in daily planning, daily stand-up is there. Okay, when it comes to iteration planning, okay, there you define the user stories. Okay, that is in the sprint planning. And by the way, if you don't understand few things, please ask me question. And you can also wait for the few things to restart, because I know that you have joined now a day, a few weeks ago or last week only. So there would be certain questions. So just give me a second.
Gaurav, can you zoom it a little bit more?
Oh, really? You
Just
want?
the 5 levels of agile planning. Uh,
Okay. Wait a second. Let me try whether I can. Is it better now? Uh,
Yes, it's
No,
better than before, but
okay.
if you want, you
Exploding.
can.
Yes, yes, better now.
Okay, thank you. So I was talking about daily planning is the center, and it is the end where activities are very, very much clear. And there you talk about what you did in last 8 hour, what you are going to perform in next 8 hour, and is there any epidemics? Is there any bottleneck towards performing your work? So that should be very much clear. And before that, what do? You do iteration planning where you define all the user story and its acceptance criteria, okay, that how you will understand that a task is done. But before you define even the user story, the release planning is made where you define the iteration, the capacity of team. You also understand the priority, the sizes, and the estimates and definition of done and everything else. So when it starts, so it start with in the meeting of also known as scrum of scrum. Okay, that scrum of scrum means not exactly scrum of scrum you will call it, but it happens in the sprint zero. Sprint zero means the sprints are yet to started, all the sprints are yet to started, and we are understanding the entire project. Okay, so by the way, I just now quoted Scrum of Scrum. So Scrum of Scrum is altogether different stuff when there are multiple scrums are involved and we do a ceremony on those scrum, then it is called as Scrum of Scrum. And by the way, for you, if you are listening to it for the first time, even in recording, Scrum is nothing but just a framework, okay, to complete a task under a specific methodology, what we call as a agile. And there are different set of different style of frameworks also existing, which comes under agile as well. So now let me tell you this very important thing, because we are iterating here and it is coming from the past. In case you are already experienced person, in case you have already worked in agile environment, in case you are coming from some experiences in the IT already, and the moment you are switching into some new organization and you are following that under the name of agile, they are practicing something else, your mind immediately rejects that and remain uncomfortable in that organization until you switch back to a new another organization, and again you will tend to follow the same pattern until you find that you get comfortable towards the new agile practice. But why this happened, that you continue to retaliate, you continue to reject when it comes to agile, and that is not matching with your past experience? Because agile says that always accommodating towards the changes, always accommodating to towards a fast delivery. You will find under the name of agile practices, few people are following some practices in a different way. And because you continue to judge it from your past experience, or somewhere in new one of the organization you might have experienced agile for the first time, you will experience from you will try to compare it from there. But the moment comes to agile, it is its simple meaning is accommodating. Okay, and even if you can't accommodate the new changes, uh, which purpose is its purpose is always to deliver faster. Okay, and if you don't understand your own pattern, the continuous development in agile is not so easy. Okay, and this is the message to all experts, okay, who call themselves as a scrum master or agile expert. Okay, so always expect there is slight change and agile behavior, or slight change in the format of agile in every single organization. Okay, there is always variation, and that's the reason it is agile. All right, so we were talking about iteration planning and then release planning, which happens in sprint zero. And before that, product owner decides all the releases, dates, teams, features, sets the objective and development approach, how it is going to happen. And that time he designs the product roadmap, okay, in presence of, whom, in presence of sometime business analyst, or sometime even not necessary, uh, customer may appear. And before that, product vision is created, where he defines what to achieve, who will all involved to achieve it, why it has to be achieved, is there any limitation, are we assuming something. Again, he involved business analysts into it. And then he also defined constraint, means the scope means what is already we are expecting here to be in, and what we are not going to address. Okay, so all these planning comes on the piece of paper, or if paper is not there, can be converted into one of the agile tools like Jira or Trello or Monday.com. There are number of tools what we use in IT. Okay, so are you following whatever just now explained, the entire agile, how it happens? This is just in a circular onion rings. Can you see that? And that's the reason it is also called as 5 level of agile planning. Are you with me, everyone?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
whatever we have covered so far, we try to achieve it in this. So now, how any vision is captured in a piece of paper. So the simplest way to capture your vision is to use elevator pitch. Okay, format from Geoffrey Moore's template, uh, from Crossing the Chasm, and it says that first define your target market, define your target customer, then who are those, statement of the need or opportunity you need to define, then define the name of the product and its category. Okay, and that you talk about its benefit and why they need to buy it, and you need to compare it from already existing alternative. Okay, and then talk about the primary differentiation of your product. Okay, so this is the format. Now let's use this format for anything. Say for example, quickly you can suggest me any product. Tell me any product in the world, and you can be the first one to share that, and anyone can share that. You need to just unmute your mic and share with me. And I say,
Apple
and the side.
iPhone. Apple
Yeah,
iPhone.
iPhone.
Excuse me.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I have a question.
Yeah. And the sir, you were like,
I cannot see your screen. So when I'm a visualize person. So
and why you can't see the screen? Because you are connecting from your iPhone. So
yes.
okay, so next time, can you try with the laptop? Maybe you would be able to see the screen.
So everyone is watching that. It's obvious to all you guys.
So can you confirm, everyone, if you can see the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
I
can
can
see it. We can see it.
Okay.
It's just
thanks
that
so much.
the 5 levels of agile
Yes,
planning, the
elevator
Okay.
that
pitch
onion chart that we have there,
and
it's
elevator pitch.
partially cut off because we are reading the other side right now.
Yeah. So screen is available in front of you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Antasar, yes, because of iPhone, you might not be able to see that, but great example, by the way. So yeah, so this is how you are going to capture your vision statement. So for target customer who uses phone, for phone users, and the statement of the need or opportunity will be for individuals who uses phone, and the product name is iPhone, and is advanced and beyond, beyond Android phones. Okay, beyond smartphones, and its key benefit is ease of use, its robustness, and because it is iPhone, as they say. Okay, unlike any other normal phone, and the differentiation is the look and feel. Okay, look and feel, and the features and the security, all those things are there in this iPhone, and that's the reason you must buy. And as iPhone, it says that it is the most secured and protected and most trusted phone is, and that's the reason it is iPhone. Okay, so you must buy this. So this is how you can define it. Now when it comes to software, now you can talk about various software. Now let's talk about Trello.com. Is Trello is talking about its feature. Now along with Trello, there are more other such softwares are there. So he will say that for agile user who are into project management, and the product name is Trello, and the product category is ticket management, and the key benefit is the easy tracking of your task, unlike Jira, and it differentiates with the ease of use. And the compelling reason to buy is the appeal of use. So ease of use and the appeal of use, so both are making it stand out. Okay, this is how you can define the vision statement for Trello.com. So I gave you two examples. Okay, one with the iPhone, one with the Trello. Trello is a software. Okay, on this note, you can define roadmap. As the name suggests, roadmap is a continuous flow of your sprints that you can cater. So from here, may I request Prerna, can you take that? Prerna, are you there? Can you hear me? All right, I think not sure. Prerna,
Yes,
if you're
Gaurav. Yeah,
okay,
I
you're
could.
there.
It's raining very heavily here, so the network has a little fluctuation. Yeah, I can.
Okay, no problem. So yeah, definitely. I saw that you
So
just
yeah, I'll start from here.
Yep, please
Yeah,
go ahead.
thank you so much. Okay. So just before reading the screen, can you all just tell me what does a roadmap mean to you, or what do you understand when you hear the word roadmap? Yes. Any guesses? Now I know there is a screen in front of me, but I want to know what all of you have an understanding of the word roadmap. Just normal
To get to the
English. Yeah.
destination,
Sorry, can you please
to
repeat?
get to the destination.
Okay, roadmap gives you an feeling that you have to get to the destination. Okay, taken. Next.
Like that.
Guide.
Roadmap.
Can I
The
say?
guide.
Yeah, please go ahead.
I would say the road to reach the goal or the product, ultimate product.
Okay. Yes.
I think it's the process and the steps that we take when we achieve the goal.
Oh, quite interesting. Yes, right. Who else is remaining? I want all of your input.
I
Yes,
say
sure.
the guide to the ultimate goal.
Very well said. Thank you. Anybody else who is remaining?
Yes, Prerna. So it's kind of a guideline or a plan to achieve a certain goal.
Okay, right. All have contributed, or anybody is pending till now? I'm not sure. I didn't check the speakers. Yeah. Everybody has given their input? Yes, no, okay.
عايزة أسمع الزفت ده.
Okay. I'm fine if you all are done. So first of all, congratulations, you all are right. And I'm very happy that you have this at least vague or some idea about this concept. So all of you must be using Google Maps, right? So why we use Google Maps and nowadays, while we travel? The simple reason is we have to reach to a destination whose road or whose route we do not know. As simple as that, right? We know we have to reach from A to B, and we know that we have to travel there by road per se, and we just follow the map. Isn't it quite easy to follow the map and reach to destination? Yes, no?
Yes.
I guess yes, yeah. But in India, on the lighter note, sometimes Google gives you such funny roads which are one way, or which are at times, not functional. There might be small lanes. It's funny. But here, what we have to concentrate on, that we have a road towards the goal, towards the project, a product that we envision. I remember some of you saying this. It's a road, or it's a map towards your product or vision, or the ultimate achievement that you want to make in line of your products. Okay, so there are, I think, only three lines in this paragraph. I will request each one of you to come ahead and walk. Just read them. There are three lines, if you have to notice, right? Yeah, please go ahead.
I can go ahead.
Please, please.
With the vision published and accepted by all, the roadmap will serve as the next building block to ensure alignment to the original vision.
Thank you. Next person, please.
This roadmap is meant to be used as a tool to organize high-level pieces of the product.
Right. Next.
These can be business features or architectural component that must be understood in terms of their value and dependency.
Perfect. Okay. So, in short, when we talk about IT industry, for example, I'll give you the simplest and easiest and most relatable example. Have you all, are you all using Facebook by any chance? Yes, no, not on
Yes.
social media.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really.
everybody? Not
Yeah.
really. Okay, but do you know how Facebook looks? Even if you're not
Yes.
using, right? The F symbol, they have the F alphabet and the blue theme. Okay. Now, just remember 10 years back, or 12 years back, when Facebook was first launched, did you see the Facebook that time as well? Yes, no? I did.
No, I
No?
would say.
Okay, okay. I'll give you reference. Okay. So for example, when 10, 12 odd years back, when Facebook was first launched, it used to just look like a single page of book. It was very plain. There was no jazzy color theme. It used to be like a plain blue notebook kind of a thing. That's why it's called book, right? Facebook. You go and write on the walls and stuff. So it was very simple, and there was no this concepts or functionalities of raising funds or creating events or having video calls. It was just plain. It was, plain. You can go and write on somebody's wall, and you just message and add friends. Now, over the years, have you seen how well and how big it is grown from functionality point of view? You can do so many things in on Facebook nowadays, right?
Yes.
So that is the roadmap. If I have to talk it, it's a very general example I'm trying to give you, because you can at least visualize. So even with Gmail, or if everybody is using Gmail earlier used to be so simple. Then they added labels to segregate your mails. Then they added chatting, to the Gmail. Then they added video chatting. So all these things are like a roadmap to make your product better, right? So it's simple as that. If you have a final exam due in 1 month, then you have to have, or I think mostly all of you or most of us had prepared timetable, right? So what was the timetable? Daily planning, which subject, how many hours. So that table was a roadmap to reach towards the goal, to reach towards the ultimate achievement. And what was the goal? To give the exam properly, to score highest in the exam, to do your best. So same way, just coordinating, or in a similar fashion, just trying to implement that in a IT world. We have our product. See, when Facebook, if you call it's a product, it's an application, but it's a product for Facebook company, right? For Mark, it's like it's a baby, he invented that, and he keeps playing, and it's still 12, whatever 13 years, it's still there. Okay. So same way, in an IT company or in any industry for that matter, it is not specific to IT. It can be manufacturing, it can be clothing, textile industry, it can be food industry, right? All these things are done that now today at per se at in August 2022 we are here, our product is here, which all features we can add, what we can do for that, what kind of advertisement we can do for that, what kind of offers we can give, and how attractive we can make the packaging. I'm just giving you some broader hints or techniques to think upon. It is specific to industry, it is specific to teams, it is specific to IT, as in product. So IT company might have, see, IT companies don't go and advertise that much, right? If they do, you see ads of Lenovo, HP, and whatnot. You see iPhone ads being so unique, very short, and just sitting on the new features and stuff. So that is the way. Their goal for their company is to maximize the sale. So for to achieve that goal, what is your roadmap? How are you planning it? When are you completing the development? When are you going to the customer and delivering them? How are you marketing that you can attract more customers? So you have you got the gist of it? What is the roadmap? Roadmap is a simple technique to go ahead and what all activities you have to do to achieve the ultimate goal. That goal can be delivery, that goal can be profits, that goal can be passing the exam, that goal can be anything depending on the industry. Okay?
Yes.
Yes? No? Any doubts
Yes.
in this? See, this is a very important concept, not only for the Scrum point of view or the Agile point of view, but also from your own understanding point of view. Yes? We are good. Can we go to the next slide, please? Yeah, somebody please go on mute. Your voice is echoing. I think Athar. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Gaurav, we can go to next slide, please. If you want to add something, please feel free.
No, that's okay. We'll speed up now. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Excuse me.
So
So when we talk about roadmap, it should be visualized, the visual plan for the for the
visual as in on, it's not only visual, it is on paper also. Because as I give an example of your exam, so you actually prepare a timetable, right? You have a
Yes.
schedule that how you study. So honestly, in any industry, first things are visualized. So you do have a vision, but then you definitely have to implement that. So everything is well documented, is well planned, and then well executed, right? So yeah, it's first conceived visually, but then it is implemented. It is there on pen and paper, because in professional world, it's something is not in black and white. It or in pen and paper, it doesn't exist. You just can't have ideas. You get to implement them. Okay, it's fine with that.
okay, thank you.
Welcome, welcome. Yeah. So now I would request someone to read this one paragraph. There are only 2 pointers, so you can just finish it. Please take this opportunity when we request you to read. No, I really feel good when someone just comes ahead and, okay, I'll start reading. So that really feels good. So yes.
Okay, I'll start.
Really good.
Instead of writing detailed requirements for the entire roadmap, this next level of planning only focuses on the upcoming releases, which
Right.
corresponds to a quarter or whatever dimensions used in your roadmap. The
Perfect.
goal of the release is to produce a backlog of work that is represented by a list of user stories that are estimated, prioritized, and ordered.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Now I'll actually give you a hint or a tip, and that's how I got it. See, all these concepts, these are real life concepts that you have also used. The only thing is they're presented in a very neat and clean and proper English. Okay, so here what it says, like, if I have to give you an example of that earlier exam schedule. So I don't know if you have a semester pattern, but earlier in our childhood days, we used to have first unit test and then a semester and then again one more unit test and then a final exam, right? So two big exams and two small exams called unit test. So when you start your school or your academic year, you used to focus on the first unit test. So you don't sit and think, oh, I have a final exam to give. Nobody does that, because the final exam will come at the end of the year. But you start with the smaller milestones, right? Even while you're learning anything, or even while you're working in office, you just finish what is supposed to be done today, what is urgent as of now, what you have to finish in the current moment. You just don't sit and plan, oh, my goal for this week is, or this month is this. That's fine, but you'll achieve that goal once you achieve what is there in your hand, right? That is the actual practical way to move forward. So same way, what it says that for any release, for upcoming release, it can be a quarter, it can be maybe a sprint, it can be anything, depending on the industry, what they have decided, right? So they focus on the current time in hand, and then the goal is to release the produce to a backlog of work. That simply means whatever work backlog we have, whatever work in hand or earlier pending items we have, which have been prioritized, okay, the customer has asked them to be completed, which are also estimated. That means it's not only that because the customer is asking, it's also because you have given the estimation that you will finish that work in 1 month or maybe 2 months, depending on the work. And you also have the hierarchy, right? The most important or high priority at the front, and then the as per the low priority, you have the subsequent items. So this entire release terminology simply states that you, as a team, as a company, as an industry, to achieve your vision, to achieve your goals, you go step by step. So that's, in short, it's called as release. So you focus on what is currently prioritized, important, and you deliver that. And the same way, you keep repeating this loop, right? For exams also, you keep repeating or keep studying on daily basis. So that's how you go ahead. Okay, are we good on this release thing? Any doubts in release, guys? It is quite easy to understand, but still, if you have any doubts, you're more than welcome. Yep.
Nope, thanks.
Thank you so much. Yeah. If you don't say anything, that is also considered that either you understood something fully, or you are just not so vocal about it. So I assume it's the first way. Yeah. Now this is also very interesting. I just said, right, we have to repeat daily what we do. So that repetition is also called as iteration or iteration. You can pronounce the way you please. So what does an iteration mean? First of all, you see it's a circle, right? So you're going in a circular motion. That means you're repeating all the processes. So what can somebody just read the line and also read what is mentioned in the circle? If it is readable to you, otherwise I'll do. Yeah. Please take this opportunity. Read what is it mentioned in the line, please.
An
And I,
iterative. Okay,
yes,
Archana, go ahead.
Yeah,
No, go ahead.
yeah, you
Go
can
ahead.
go ahead.
go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, Archana, you can go ahead.
Okay. Iteration, an iterative approach simply means that the work is time boxed into a set length of time. On
Mm-hmm.
iteration one, it says it starts with story, and
Mm-hmm.
then define, and then plan. Next is test, then development, then accept, then review. And it
Perfect.
goes and it goes to
Yes.
iteration two, and it starts with increment, and then story, and define, plan, test, development, accept, and review.
Perfect.
And
Is this yeah? It's the
same
same
thing. Yeah.
for all, and they have the different iteration. The colors are different just to show that the iterations are different. Tell me, all of you have seen this typical or kind of cool T-shirt where it is mentioned eat, sleep, party, repeat. Have you? I have. I don't know. It's maybe a thing in India. Have you seen
Yes,
those T-shirts where it's
yes, I
mentioned
have
eat,
seen that.
sleep, party, repeat, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes. So that's an iteration. So next time you meet a guy with that T-shirt, he said, "Hey, are you working in an iterative mode?" Trust me, you would love to see the expression on his guy. So the same way, what is mentioned here is it's really even written. An iterative approach simply means that we have a fixed amount of time and we have a fixed sets of activities, and then you have to complete them within that. So with respect to IT, what are those that given in story, given requirement, we have to like plan, we have to like sorry we have to review them, we have to it's like accept. What is the first? Okay, sorry, we have to define them first of all. See, whenever we get any requirements from the customer, it's not that blindly we start working on them, right? We have our business analysts, we have our development team, we have the architects. I'm sorry, my voice is a little changing when I could feel that, but thanks to the super rains in Mumbai, we can't help it. So here, sorry, what it does is we have the set of requirements, we understand them, we define them. Define means when we talk to customers, those are mentioned in plain English, and then how we can actually convert them in technical language so a development team can work well. Then there's you plan how to go ahead. Then you I assume the test would be confirming of these activities, how they can be done, or rather it should be after development if you ask me, but that's fine. And then you develop them. Once your plan is foolproof, once your plan is tested that okay, customer wants these requirements, then you develop. Once you develop that, then customer will accept it. The customer has to accept it before the release, right? It's not that you can build anything and the customer would say that yes. No, they would be rather they should be very upfront about it. Okay, have you given the functionality? Have you checked that and all? And then once they accept, the review is done by their technical team, their respective team, and then it ends. So basically, it's like a, life cycle of development and acceptance by customer, and this is a one iteration, right? So your entire day's schedule, if you can be a student, you can be a teacher, you can be a professional, you can be a homemaker. Your entire day's schedule is like an iteration for you. So are you able to understand what an iteration means? Within a specific period of time, what all activity you do to achieve your target, to achieve your goal is an iteration. Okay. And these daily iteration ultimately leads to a release that can be monthly, quarterly, or with a fixed amount type. And then once you achieve your release goals, you ultimately achieve your final goal. Okay. So you see the connection here, how it is. And to achieve all this, you have the tool called the roadmap, which we discussed. That okay, to achieve this goal, to get these marks, to do my best in the final exam, what is my plan? Okay, my plan is to complete these many chapter or this subject in this day. So yes, that's my iteration. Today may be maths, tomorrow may be science, then might be history or whatnot. So all this is linked that way, and trust me, it's all very practical. It's absolutely practical. It absolutely works, and it's a real life mantra. And we all subconsciously do this in our daily life, but we don't know that this is the concept that we are following. Don't you all guys do? You have your daily chores. If you're cooking, you have a typical pattern. You make breakfast, then you maybe cut fruits, and you have maybe some soup time before lunch. Then you have your lunch. Then you have your evening tea or some snacks, and then you have your dinner ready. This is actually a pattern. This is actually an iteration, if you ask me. But we just don't know that we are already following it so well. Okay, so are we good?
Yep.
Yes, yeah. Any
So,
doubts on this?
excuse me.
Yeah.
So any increment is iteration, right?
Mm-hmm.
So increment one, increment two, increment
Increment
three.
wise
So
means, increment means, see, increment, the word increment itself means that there is something additional to the earlier iteration, right? So you're doing something new in the iteration. 1 second.
hello.
One second. I'm on mute.
Okay, okay.
Okay, while Prerna is on mute, so not sure if.
No. I was
Okay,
actually restarting my Wi-Fi, so I knew there would be some. One second, yeah.
okay, okay,
Am
no
I
problem.
audible now? I told you
Yes,
it's raining cats and dogs, so and I could see some,
yeah,
So
same
yeah,
here.
the iteration. Yeah, Gaurav, can you please take this? I need to this.
Yeah, I'll take
Hello.
this. So yes,
Yeah, yeah, please. Thank
Anthesar, so to answer your question, yes, the right question, the iteration you can consider as an increment like what you have done so far, you are going to add the same plus one. Okay, so that is the increment. Okay, and that's what we call it as a iteration, which follow the entire cycle. Okay, the moment you are starting a user story, you are defining it, you are planning it, you are testing it, you are developing it, and you are accepting once it is tested, and then you are reviewing it in the sprint review meeting, which we call where customer takes the feedback and he says, hey, go and deploy it. Okay, then you happily complete it and you deploy it, and then again you restart the same thing for a new set of user story. So this is called as increment 1, increment 2, increment 3, and thereby iteration 1, iteration 2, and iteration 3 as well. So is it good for you? Did you get your answer?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so
So,
let's move further. So anyone else have any question?
question is, I understand
Mm-hmm.
this iteration is different user stories from 1 and 2 and 3 because you keep adding. So, would your working on a different sprint can be considered iteration 1, 2, or 3, or just related to that because it's a bigger, smaller portion of the bigger project, your sprints.
Okay, so understand the moment in sprint 1, you understood that you will work on 5 user stories. Somehow, at the end, you completed only 4 user story. Time has come, and for 4 sprint, you have taken already the feedback. The 5th user story you could not complete, and you speak with customer in the sprint review meeting, and you decide that okay, sprint 5 will be delivering with the next sprint. Okay, sorry, user story 5 we will be delivering with next sprint. So both party agrees, and what do? You only deliver 4 user story in sprint 1, current sprint. So what did you follow? You followed this entire cycle of the iteration, starting from defining till the review. Okay, and then deploy. So this is your one set of iteration, which can be in parallel, can be considered. This is your one of the sprint. But in one sprint, there can be multiple iteration. Yes, there can be, because for every user story, you will iterate the same similar thing. Do you follow, Shakil?
Yeah.
That
Yes.
in one sprint, you can follow the same iteration. Yeah. In one sprint, you can have multiple iteration. Okay. And
Yes.
then thereby the release will further go ahead, and thereby a roadmap will continue to be achieved. Okay. So thank you so much for asking this question. Let's move further after iteration in the daily stand-up meeting. In the daily stand-up meeting, what we do, we talk about 3 things. What did we do yesterday? What we are going to do tomorrow or today? And is there any blockages, okay, which we need to overcome? However, we discuss about user story. There is a well format using that user story can be defined. Few of you had taken the example of, airlines, the agile airlines, which and in case you have not come across this example recently, it means you have joined lately. Okay, recently. So that's the reason. So if you have not come across of this example, you are going to come across in the agile scrum BA track. And it says that any user story has to be defined in this format. Okay, can you see my mouse pointing to this? Can you see, everyone, this area, user story?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So here you need to define a user. Okay, user is a performer, user is an actor. Okay, and then you need to define his activity. Okay, and then you need to define why he is doing certain activity. Okay, so how do you define it? As a user, I can do what. So as a who, I can do what so that I can achieve why. Okay. So is it clear the format for everyone? So as a bank manager, I can open the bank branch so that customers can visit and transact for their business. Okay, for, customer can visit and transact their business values. Okay, is it clear? And the moment we are
Yes.
talking about as a business, as a branch manager, I can open the as a branch manager, I can open the bank branch so that business customer can visit to do their transaction. Does it mean that only physically he opens the branch? No, actually in the software also, customer has to demonstrate that he's opening the branch. Okay, so there is some activity, and when he switches on the software, it means he is opening the branch. Okay, so once you will experience this in banking sector, using the banking software, you will realize that this is how branch manager opens a branch. Okay, even in software. So this is one of the user story example I gave you. But at the same time, for that user story needs to be tested. That user story needs to have the supporting document. That user story needs to have few designs, which business analyst will gather, and he will present in team management or project management software. So when he will upload these all details, he will also outline that at what point of time I will consider that user story is marked as done. And for that, what he does uh, mention acceptance criteria just below the user story in the comment box, where he does mention that. Did you hear this?
Below the user story.
Yeah, in the comment box, simply in the below the
Oh.
user story, in the comment box, comment
Mm.
section. So it can be any other software like Jira, Trello, or Monday.com. So there is a format for that as well. So given initial context, when the event occurs, and then ensure one outcome. Means the format is given when then. However, this format is not necessary and not mandatory. You need to follow. However, good to follow. Okay, is it clear to you? The format of acceptance criteria? Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
But user story has to be followed in the same format. Okay, it is mandatory. Okay, for simplicity, for understanding, and for acting upon it. Okay,
So,
so
excuse me, so there is a different ways to write the acceptance criteria?
yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
So the recommended format is this, given when then. However, people write into acceptance criteria. Not everyone follows this. Okay, given when then, they simply write like a simple statement. Okay, so that is not the recommended one answer. Okay, but when you will see in the certain IT or certain corporates that people are not following this, please do not get mad just by knowing that, hey, I have learned this way, why you are not following this way? Because they are not practicing, they are not practicing. Okay, but if when you are graduating from some other company to a new company, and if you in older company people were following this given when then, and in new company they are not following, so please accept that as well. So
Okay, so acceptance criteria is the same as the definition of done?
yes, there you go, answer. So acceptance criteria is the checklist, is the definition of that. Okay,
Thank you.
so
Okay.
yes, answer, sir. So very well caught it. So yes, so she said it right. I was not aware that answer attended the session of definition of done. So yes, guys. So acceptance criteria is actually your definition of done. So how you will do that? Given branch manager, when opens the branch every single day, then customer can visit to transact their business. Is it clear now? User story number one and corresponding acceptance criteria. This is how you are going to do it. So now, while these all are happening, you need to give the estimate how long you will take to design this user story, and how long you need to develop this user story, and how long you will take to, test this user story, right? Yes or yes?
Yep. Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
So how do you do that? For that, there should be various estimation technique. And what all are those? So I'm going to quickly tell you what all are those are here. So there are various methods. So, and those are not mandatory to follow. All you need to follow. One of them are called as story sizing, where you talk about the size of it. So you give them a story point from 1 to 100. Okay. And the moment you are giving a story point to any new user story, you give them in a Fibonacci series. Okay. Do you know what is Fibonacci series, everyone? Yes or no?
I don't know.
Can
Okay.
you
Oh,
repeat it again, please? Do you
Okay.
know
no.
it?
Yes. Do you know Fibonacci series?
No.
Okay. So this is the incrementation of a point. It starts with 0 and then it always add the previous number. So it will go as 0, 1, and then 1, and then 2, and then 3, and then 5, and then 8. So it is always adding the previous number. Okay. Clear to you?
Can you say what
Yes.
is the name again? What is the name?
It's a Fibonacci series. Let me type in
Yeah,
Yes, please.
Fibonacci or Fibonacci series also they
Fibonacci.
call it. Yeah.
Fibonacci or Fibonacci. So
Yep.
anything.
Fibonacci. So it's popular in Scrum Master when they.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So as this is your, let me instead of typing. Okay. So this is your Fibonacci series. Okay. You got it? Can you see that on the screen, guys?
Yep.
Yes.
And how does it happen? It happens 0, 1, 1, 2, then 3, and then 5, and then 8, and then 13, and then 21, and then 34, and then it is always adding the previous number. Are you watching this?
Yeah. Gaurav,
Yes.
here what I have
Wow.
heard, what I have heard here is that when you use this Fibonacci series to, basically estimate how much time it's going to take, they always say once you go past, once you hit 13, then that story needs to be broken down further.
Yes, that's right. That's right. So the maximum number is, and thank you so much for bringing that, Atha. So the maximum number is, that's what you can use is that. Let me bring back the screen view. Just a second. Yeah. So generally what I recommend personally, if you can break down it at 11, why you need to break down at 11? Because remember, this is
True.
representing the complexity. Okay. Representing the complexity means you can take is if any user story point is 1, it means you can complete that in 15 minutes. Okay. If it is 2, you can complete that in 30 minutes. If it is 3, because you are also giving it a this complexity of velocity. Okay, that how long it may take, how many hours it take. So understand, in agile world, you cannot work beyond 6 hours. Why? Because 2 hours may go into ceremonies. It could be daily stand up, it could be meeting with BA to understand the concept or understand the functionality. Various other meeting happens. So actual working hour could be 6 hours. Okay. So in agile world, we don't even talk about person days, that how long a person will take, how many days he will take complete to finish, how long he will take to finish the task. In fact, we say that how many hours he might take to finish a task. Okay. And when you will define and you will reach to the complexity towards 13 maximum or to 34, you will find maximum 6 to 8 hours have already consumed. So what you will do, you will again further break it down. You won't touch 100 directly. Okay. By giving them complexity, complexity, and complexity. And always understand the highest priority and highest point will be considered first. Okay. And when you have defined all the complexity point, story point, we call it, then you can plan a game. Okay, you can play a game and you can agree upon a common point through broker planning game. Okay, where you will understand on what estimation a common group of person agree. Okay, and you take average of it and you define its completion are well in advance, and it is estimation. Okay, so further a few hours can go here and there, and that's the reason it is called as estimation. So we are just estimating. It doesn't mean that it has to be bang on that. Okay, so the variation would be there, and that's why in the project management people consider few buffer. Okay, that's number one. Number two, another technique is called as t-shirt sizing. So t-shirt comes in the various shape and sizes. It comes in the extra small, and then extra small, and then medium size, then large, and then extra large, and then double extra large, and something like that. Okay, what does it define? It defines the kind of, or the amount of time it is going to take. Okay, so this is one of the estimation technique. Then comes dot voting. In dot voting, what happens? Multiple people goes in a sticky notes, and every sticky notes will have the user story name or user story code defined. Code means the identity code is written onto that. People go and they give them dot. Some give 3 dots, 3 dots, 3 dots. That continue to take the highest priority. Okay, and the equal time to understand that how long it will take, and which ticket means sticky note I should pick next. That's another one. The further estimation technique is Delphi. That is nothing but a experience based. You check your previous experience, you estimate that. Based on that estimation, you give a quotation of the hours that will take to complete this feature from your end. You can give the quotation of development if you are a developer. You can give the quotation of testing if you are a tester. You can give a quotation of designing if you are an architect, and you are drafting some architecture, and it's a communication, uh, y- integration. And you can give what else? You can give your time, if you're a business analyst, that how much time it will take for you to arrange the documentation and create some mock-up means some black and white designs which can resemble to the actual screen. These are drawing, but not exactly that. So there are n number of estimation. Quickly we figured out around 5 to 6. Okay, 5. So what else? You can go back as a part of exercise, and you can discover more such estimation technique, the available estimation technique in agile world. Okay, so this could be your exercise. And remember, you need to Google. Now I am going to give you a quickest example to learn anything faster. How many of you would require that? How many of you would need that? Just say yes, and it will be given to you. Who
Yes, I
needs
do.
it?
Yep.
I do.
Okay, I see Ether needs it. I see Wilson needs it. I see Tilo needs it.
Yes, me too.
Okay,
Yes. Yes.
okay. Is it everyone else? Okay, so if you will ask, you will get it. If you won't ask, so it won't be given.
Yeah,
Okay, just
Gaurav, I'm
because you.
back in case
Yeah,
you want to take a
thank you,
lead.
Prerna. Yeah, no
Listen,
problem.
that's fine.
So I'm going to share this now. Anything in this entire world, if you want to learn quicker and faster, okay, just like Snap, I snapped it. So how you do that? Tell me, which is the largest search engine after YouTube? Who can answer?
Google.
Tilo, come again, please.
No, that was not me.
Okay, so can you answer then? Try it.
Google.
Okay, after Google, Archana, can you try this?
Chrome?
Chrome, Safari.
Okay, no, I'm asking the search engine. Okay, so it's not Chrome, not Safari. After Google is YouTube. What is that, everyone?
YouTube.
YouTube. I want you to just pick a topic and go to YouTube and type there learn story pointing or story sizing in 10 minutes or in 2 minutes. Okay. The moment you will write in this, learn the name of the subject in 2 minutes, you will get n number of result under YouTube. The thousand and thousands of results of one subject, one topic. Pick the best smallest one, okay, which will be resembling to 2 minutes or 3 minutes or 10 minutes, okay, and then follow the golden quadrant of triangle. Using that, learn from that YouTube video, and you will be mind blown to see that how fast you are able to grasp that and understand that. This is the easiest method. If you think that you missed what I said, go back and replay it in the recording, and you will be surprised once you will practice. Oh my God, how powerful this exercise is. Okay, so follow that. So this is for you. You can understand anything in this entire world using this, following, include this golden quadrant of learning, what we follow over here. So this was one thing. Now, just give me a second. I just shared with you how you can do that, and you can follow that. Why I did ask you, because this is the time when we are transitioning towards the business analysis. Okay, what is business analysis? We need to understand that very, very and very that is very, very important. Okay, so let me bring that.
I have a
Any
question
questions?
here. Can I ask a question? Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
please do.
So estimation is not, it's different from prioritizing, right?
Yeah, estimation is different than prioritizing.
So estimation here, so the team try to know how long or the time that they can achieve the goal from the story, right?
Right, that's
Yes.
right. Yes.
Okay, and so to estimate this, we use these three methods.
Yeah, not only three methods. That's what I said. These are few of the popular methods. Okay, there are multiple methods. I did not share three methods. I shared around 5 methods. Okay.
Okay.
So there are more methods beyond it. So you can definitely Google and search them. So there are n number of methods. Okay, but these 5 popular are there in Agile. So you can, and it also depends on the organization to which they fondly and majorly they follow it. And most of the organization they follow what planning poker. And one of my current organization, they follow simple Delphi. Okay, that is experience based. Hey, come on and you share your. And in my previous organization, they used to follow planning poker. Okay, so it all varies from organization to organization, and it also depends on Scrum Master what he advocates to. Okay, but I would also, yes, go ahead.
Okay, so who is doing this estimation is the BA.
No. Estimation is done from everyone. So Scrum Master,
okay.
Yeah, Scrum Master will facilitate that, and Scrum Master will take estimation from every person who is going to code, who is going to test, and who is going to develop, and who is going to design the document, and who is going to create the interface and the architecture. Every team will be there, are working together. Say, for example, from every team member, there are three person working. As I said, 3 tester, 3 developer, and 3 business analysts. So every single business analyst, for one feature, they will give their hours. Say, for example, one is giving 1 hour, one is telling 2 hours, one is telling 3 hours. What I'll do, I'll summarize these 3, take the average, and will declare, okay, so on this feature, the BAs will work for these many hours. Then we'll move to tester. Tester will give their quotation of testing. They say that I need to write the design test script. I need to do test execution. I need to report defect. I need to retest it, and it will take 4 hours. And other one will also say 4 hours. And the third one says that it will take for me 6 hours. And then I'll take the sum average of it, and I'll declare, okay, this is the standard estimated hours. And then move to designer, coder. They will say it will take for me 16 hours, and then one will say 12 hours, another will say 14 hours. I'll just take average and declare this is your estimated design hour.
Okay, got you.
Got it?
So about the complexity means how the story is complicated and they need more
Hmm.
time and work.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay,
So complexity defines that which requires more attention, how prior it is, okay, how much attention it needs. So yes, very well understood, and sir, and thank you so much for asking this question. Okay, so can we move further, everyone?
I have one request.
Yes, Athar.
And this was very well explained. Thank you, Gaurav and
Welcome.
Prerna. Uh, the thing was the code of honor. Are you going to share that with us?
Oh yeah, code of honor. I'll share that. So let me take the picture of it so that I can paste that for you.
Thank you.
So yeah. So let me just capture the picture. I'm not sure whether I can capture or not. Just give me a second. Da, 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 da. All right. So, okay, let me do that. So, and let me also touch base some pointers in business analysis. So,
Sure.
is that fine?
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. So why I need to do that? Because I don't want to miss on certain items. And that's the reason I want to do that. So give me a second. So we are transitioning into business analysis. Business analysis, you need to understand what is the history of business analysis. And you need to also understand what is business analysis. Okay. Not only that, okay, you need to also understand why business analysis is necessary. Okay, so this is all we are going to look into in couple of minutes quickly. So I'm just sharing the history of business analysis. So like Scrum follow the Scrum guide. Okay, and where you can see the Scrum guide, you can see on scrum.org. It has 12 principles. It has 4 values and all. So Scrum has also got values and principle, and this Agile also has got its principle and value. Likewise, just give me a second. So yeah, I'm back. So you can hear me, right, everyone?
yes.
Thank you so much for the confirmation. To understand what, when we talk about a business analyst, and I was talking about code, a standard. So BA-BOK is the guideline. It's a business analyst body of knowledge. They govern the entire business analysis. Okay. So IIBA used to be an institution that was founded in Toronto. Okay. Toronto means Canada in October of 2003 to support the business analysis community. And the body of knowledge committee was formed, which I was talking about as a BA-BOK, as a business analysis body of knowledge. It was formed in October 2004 to define and draft a global standard for the practices of business analysis. And formally in January 2005, IABA released version 1.0 of a guide to the business analysis body of knowledge for feedback and comment. And remind me, I'll be sending you one of the BA-BOK guide. Okay. So that you can follow that, and that is from
Awesome.
IIB. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. So this is just a history of BA, that is business analysis. And now understand what is it. So what do we mean by business analysis? So as per this BA-BOK guide, this is a practice for enabling the changes in an enterprise by defining the needs for recommending solution that deliver value to the stakeholder. When we talk about stakeholder, when everyone involved in the business, okay, are the stakeholder. By the way, the moment you are a business analyst and you hear a word, you must get excited. Any guesses what can be that word be? Any guesses, guys? One word which must.
Analysis.
Okay, that is one. That's good. That's the foundation of that word. Okay, the word is the change. Why you need to get excited after you hear this word change? Because change means whatever is existing or whatever is already delivered, there is more potential work is coming, and the more potential work is coming, that is also bringing work to you. And when it is bringing work to you, your ideal time is gone. And when your ideal time is gone, you are ready to again make some more money. Okay, so when the change comes, change brings the currency along with. Okay, change brings the money along with. Okay, that's why the moment when you are business analyst and you hear this word change or new recommendation, guys get excited because more money you can see on the table. So will you get excited after you listen to the word the change?
Yep.
Okay, thanks, Athar. I'm sure Athar will simply get excited. And others, I'm not sure whether they would be. Okay, and
Okay,
Sar would be.
yes,
Okay.
I think changing also bring creativity. So you
Mm-hmm.
will create another, different, different situation
Mm-hmm.
or better situation,
Mm-hmm.
solution,
Mm-hmm.
solve problems.
Mm-hmm.
So you will satisfy the customer and satisfy yourself as a creative person.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, answer. So that when it may happen, when you have the analytical mind, when you can find the gap. So with the analysis, you will find the gap. And as you say that you are creative enough, you will put your creative solution. So that's what, and very well put through. So really, I'm glad that you are getting it. So everyone else, will you get also excited when you hear the word change? Because it is bringing money on your table.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. And you need to declare it. The more you will declare, more you design your destination. That's the universal law I'm sharing with you. Okay, you declare to design your destination. So that's what. And the moment you delay from declaration, you divert from destination. That's the another universal law. So okay, so that's the reason I keep on asking some questions so that you can declare and you can be ready to attract that. So yeah, this is all about the business analysis to start with. And because we are hitting the time, so will you mind to go for 1 more minute? Is it okay? 1 or 2 minutes? Is it okay?
Yeah,
Yes,
sure.
That's
Okay.
okay.
Thank you. So here I was talking about business analysis, and the moment you hear about the change, get excited because it brings money. And when you understand the work, so what is this? So business analyst is a role in the Scrum, not in the Scrum. And Scrum, it is mandate, but it was from starting itself. So is a person, business analyst is a person who performs the analysis task, okay? And that analysis task for business analyst has to be aligned with be a bog guide, okay? And no matter the job title or organization role, business analysts are responsible uh, for discovering. Okay, I was talking about analytical thinking, and this I was adding into the creative solution, and they synthesize and analyze information from a variety of sources with an enterprise. Okay, including tools, processes, documentation, and stakeholders. Okay, so more of the elicitation work would be there. Okay, they are responsible for eliciting the actual needs of stakeholder, which frequently involves investigating and clarifying their expressed desire in order to determine underlying issues and causes. So your focus has to be quickly capture the some issues, the some gap, and still thinking about the solution. And then you can pitch and you can recommend to the customer. Customer has to agree what is more vital and viable way for them to take it, so that they can give you a go. I want to implement it. Okay, and then you along with product owner, they agree on the budget and everything, and then work gets started. So this is how business analyst role is. Now everyone in this entire world for me is a business analyst. How? Because every single time, if you are judging in your life anything, you are judging a person, you are judging an object, you are judging, you are analyzing, okay, you are comparing, you are going to conclude something. Okay, and the moment you are about to conclude, it means the conclusion is coming out of analysis, and you are judging a business out of analysis. Okay, even a fridge, a refrigerator gets a business manual, how to approach, how to operate, what are the features. These are designed by whom? By an analyst. Okay, and if the person is into this business, he will analyze the refrigerator. Likewise, you are into software field and you will be analyzing the software. So this is how at a fundamental level business analysis or business analyst is. So is it clear to everyone what kind of job a business analyst does? Is it clear to
Yes.
everyone? Yeah.
Yes.
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 And thank you so much. You found it easy. And on this note, because last time I heard Athar's yes, so would like to ask Athar. Athar, we have come to the end. Do you have any question, or how? If no question, or in fact not to Athar, to everyone, any question to anyone, then I'll go back to Athar.
No, I don't have any question today.
Okay, so I'll take Wilson's no and others silence as no. So Athar, yes, coming back to you, what do you feel like saying about today's session, please? How do you
It
want
was
to conclude it?
it was really good. Got to learn a lot about
What are you
iteration
feeling right now,
cycle.
Athar, after
Sorry,
today's session?
no, I got to basically brush up on iteration cycle, the five principles of, 5 levels of agile planning, then roadmap release, and also now finally the BF part, which is the final closing statement that you have made. So it was very interesting. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Athar. Could you please pass or take someone's name, please, on the screen you see?
Thilo?
Tilo, what do you feel like saying, Tilo?
Okay, thank you, Athar. Thank you, Gaurav and Prerna, for today's class. And to be honest, the transition from Scrum to BA slightly threw me off in the beginning, but when you explain things in deep way, and now I have more clear vision of what it would be. And about the like estimation and iteration roadmap, those are all, I think it's more important in Scrum world. So I think I have a more deeper and clearer explanation on those things. And thanks to Gaurav for that. You explain things in a very easy way. It can reach anyone.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, Tilo. And
Even
I would,
Prerna.
yes, I would expect everyone of you to get into the explanation mode in a similar manner. You remember, I keep saying that summarize in a way that even 5 years old can understand. I understand when you will tell that this is technical, but any technicality has come through the experience. Okay, any framework, any processes have been designed based on the experience. People give them a complicated name and then they say to call it as a technical. Okay, and they refuse to simplify it. Okay, so I believe in simplification, and thank you so much for identifying, Tilo, and I believe you too can do that. Thank you so much. Tilo,
Thank
can you
you.
please take someone's name on the screen, please?
Archana.
Archana, yes, Archana, what do you feel like saying?
Hi, thank you for today's class, sir, and Prerna. So it was like Thilo said, it was a diversion, like the transition from Agile Scrum to BA. And first it was like hard to understand it, but after some time I got the hang of it, like what's the difference, how does it work and all that. And we got to learn about all 5 levels of agile planning, like vision, roadmap planning, and iteration, and daily planning, and all that. So it was knowledgeable, and yeah, it was good. Thank you.
Thank you, Archana. Call out someone's name on the screen, you see, please.
Shakil.
Yeah, Shakil. Shakil, what do you feel like saying, Shakil?
Yeah,
Shakil,
thanks. Thank you. Thanks. I mean, I had a hard time just keeping the pace with the today's session. To be honest, it was in depth, but I would just go back to a recording, and I did not want to stop the pace of today's session for the whole class, but I'll do my best to go over and grasp the topic again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shakil, for sharing this. And remember, guys, there's a very crucial part, and thanks to so much to Shakil for sharing this. Honestly, you know what? Whenever you start a session towards the deep learning and you miss the very first step, that is the declaration without anchor, even the simplest thing you might find very tough. But when you follow this very first step, even the toughest thing you might find simple, and that could be more surprising for you as a human. Okay, so please do follow this, the first step of declaration with anchor. So thank you so much, Shakil, for sharing this. Please call out someone's name on the screen. You see.
Wilson, please.
Okay, Komal, you said?
Wilson, please.
Wilson. Okay, Wilson, what do you feel like saying, Wilson?
Oh, yeah. I really appreciate these sessions. And now I've been wondering, how does the Scrum and BA come into contact? But now I have the understanding of the Scrum and the flow from Scrum all the way to BA. Now I really understand, because we're getting into the business analyst, which I've been really waiting for. So I really appreciate that. And I love the sessions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Wilson. Please call out someone's name on the screen. You see, please.
I'm gonna call Tilo.
Tilo is done. Just
She-
below.
I'm
Oh,
done.
okay. Ensa, somebody like that.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Yes.
Hi, everybody. This session, yeah, it was, it's so concentrated. And the good part for me, or what I'm so excited about, is estimation, and how can I estimate the story, iteration, and road map. It was it's a big words. So today I understand what's this mean, and you explain it in a simple way. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And sir, please call out someone's name on the screen. You see, please.
I think all of them done.
No, Komal is
Oh,
remaining.
Komal.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. Komal. Yes, Komal. What do you feel like
Yeah,
saying?
hi, everyone. So thank you, Prerna and Gaurav, for today's wonderful session. So today, like I learned about vision, roadmap, irritation, daily stand-up, and we switch Agile and Scrum to BA. So today, like you taught about what's a BA role, what's BA job. So we are starting to learning about now BA. So it's I'm learning now a lot, and it's really wonderful session today. And like Tilo said, you are teaching really well, so we can understand easily.
Yeah,
Thank you for today's
Thank you so
session.
much. Komal, please call out someone's name on the screen. You see, please.
Prerna.
Yes, Prerna, if
Thank
you're
you
there.
so much,
Yeah.
Komal. Yeah, Gaurav, I think you will agree with me. Today's feedback is really a lot heart to heart. Everybody's giving their honest opinion, and I could connect with it. As when Shakil mentioned that today it was a little overboard. We totally get you guys. Why we have planned these sessions like this is because they are interconnected. Okay, as we were studying about roadmap, it had some understanding of iteration, and that is why it is all connected uh, topics we have planned. So we completely understand, in case you feel something is new, you might have heard for the first time, or something you need more time on. I recommend you, I suggest you, and I also request all of you, please re-watch this video. Not only our video, other trainers' video on the same topic, because you never know which example, which explanation will suit you and click you. You say the click, it just clicked. So we need that clicking to happen. And after all this, still you have any kind of doubts, you feel you need further explanation, you need us to revise, you need us to discuss on this. We are just one message away. Okay, so feel free to reach out to us. But I really like the enthusiasm. I thoroughly enjoyed today's class. I'm extremely sorry for the network glitch at my side, but it is superbly horribly raining here, so it tend to affect the network at times. So all in one, I had a great session. Thanks to Gaurav, and thanks to his code of conduct explanation, additional explanation. Trust me, guys, do follow. It is very useful, not only for your job search, in your daily life as well. So thank you so much for your participation. Over to you, Gaurav. Thank you.
Okay, guys, before we go, can I ask about something? About
Yeah,
the
yeah, please.
assignment, I didn't receive any assignment since I joined. And as we are talking about Scrum and the Scrum values, so about the 6 pillars or the 6 things that we talk about every time at the beginning of the session, it's great, but I think it takes about 30 minutes. So, and our time is so precious, and actually it's 11:15 and I have work at 5 o'clock in the morning. So if we can reduce the time for this is my recommendation, and it's up to you guys. So
Yeah.
but I have the
So
courage to say this because we are one team.
yeah,
So
yeah, sure. Thank you so much, answer. And
yeah.
thank you so much. So let me tell you this thing. That's a very, very important code of honor. This is the what you understood the example, right? So I don't want anyone to deviate. And because we are talking about it, I want every one of you to continuously every single time attend Tuesday, Thursday session. That is RRP session. Okay. So please do that. Yes. I found today that people were like someone was for first time. I went into the explaining that. But yes, repetition will be there for code of honor. Okay, every single day. Yes, time can be reduced for that. Okay.
Okay, thank you so
Okay.
much. Thank you
You
so
are
much.
welcome. You are welcome.
Okay, and I'm waiting for the assignment because
So
it's very
assignment is
important to
there.
practice.
Assignment is there that I yet to receive the assignment for your Agile Airlines Agile Airlines user story writing. That is number one. Number two, self-research and summarizing part is your actual assignment. Every single time it has to be unsaid assignment for you. Whatever you learned, you need to demonstrate back that you have learned it. And when we understand you have learned it, we will give it a green and we will let you to execute it further, being ready for, further coaching for you. And the moment we understand you're not getting it, we come back and pitch in, hey, you need to work on these area. So can you please go through this video again, or you can do your more research on this topic. Okay, so this is every single time, please.
Okay,
Yeah.
I recorded a very short video and I sent it to the group about the last session, what we learned from
so
there.
could you please do that in a way that you will present in a drawing? So 24 hours, I recommend that you go back and draw whatever you have learned, then showcase that into the video, that this is what I'm going to explain. Be there in the camera and then express, because ultimately you are getting prepared for the interview, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so that's the format. Please do follow, everyone. Okay. And if you still want, I can share you the another video for some other participant from the previous session. Let me just know. Okay. So that's it all about. And thank you so much, Intasar, for asking this. I appreciate Intasar asking so many questions. And Arthur and Shakil, everyone else can ask me a lot. Okay, so thank you so much and wish you all very, very good night. Bye-bye. Take care.
Thank you all, and
thank
thank you, Gaurav and Prerna.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Most welcome, guys. Take care. Get a good sleep. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye.